Today we are in Ubud, Bali.
In Bali, there is an outlook and philosophy on life called Tri Hita Karana. This literally translates to 3 ways to reach spiritual and physical well-being. The belief is that you reach this state of well-being through 3 harmonious relationships: humans with humans, humans with the environment, and humans with their God. Let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Today in our yoga sequence, we're going to be placing our bodies into postures where we create a triad. As you create these postures and flow through the movements, remember Tri Hita Karana, the 3 harmonious relationships, which will help you reach well-being. With your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead for a big stretch, and then arch up and over, resting your left hand next to your body and reaching from the right fingertips to the opposite side of the room. Inhale to bring yourself back up, stretch, and exhale over to the other side, really extending the left fingertips this time to the opposite side, rooting through both sit bones, and breathing into the ribs. Inhale to come back up, and exhale to rest your hands down on your knees and take a couple shoulder rolls. Maybe the shoulders go in the same direction or opposite direction. A few neck circles, loosening up the body. And then on your inhale, open up your heart for our seated cat-cow. Exhale, curl under, sending the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, open up the heart, sliding shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, curl under. Inhale, open up the heart, shining the light from your heart forward and up. Exhale, send belly button to your spine, creating a C shape with your back. Inhale brings you back to neutral back. And we'll all make our way onto all fours for your tabletop position. Curl your toes under, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Creating a V shape with your body now, send the hips and tailbone up a little bit higher. You can bend your knees if you need to. The heels will reach the mat when the time is right. Pushing the mat away with both the hands and the feet, it's almost as though you could rip your mat in half because everything is so engaged to create this triangular shape with the body and the mat. Inhale the right foot up towards the sky, look forward. Exhale to step your foot in between your hands, lowering down onto the back knee. Inhale, reach the hands up, sliding the hips forward and down, really stretching through the front of your hip flexor. Exhale the hands back down to the mat, stretching the front leg forward now for our half splits. Ensure that your hips are square to the top of your mat, so you may need to shift right hip back slightly and left hip forward. Flexing the toes up towards the sky in order to feel a bit more of a stretch to the back of your leg. Breathing into the stretch. Every inhale you lengthen, with every exhale you fold forward a little bit more. Inhale, look back up, reach your hands back up as you move back into that lunge. Curl your back toes under, crescent lunge, raise your back knee. Again, the hips are squared and you're stretching through the front of that hip flexor. Opening up into your warrior 2 stance now, front heel is in line with the back arch of your foot. Gaze comes over top of your fingertips as you extend through both arms. Moving into our side angle posture now, resting the bottom forearm on your front thigh, reaching up and over with the top fingertips, looking up towards the sky. Again, stretching all along the side of your body. Back to your warrior 2, straighten the front leg, bump the hips back, moving into our triangle posture now. Again, we are creating that triangular shape between our body and the mat. remembering the 3 harmonious relationships. Back to your Warrior 2 position now. Gaze over top of your fingertips. Windmill your hands down, back to your runner's lunge. Pressing the left hand into your mat, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Twisting the body, looking up towards the fingertips. Place your hand back down. Step back to a plank and hold. Engage the core. Release your jaw. Remember to breathe. Shifting the weight onto your right hand now, turning onto your feet, side plank. Engage the obliques so your feet are stacked, or you can lower the bottom knee for a modified side plank. Creating one straight line from the top fingertips all the way down to the hand rooted into your mat. Look back down to your mat, back to your plank. Exhale to lower yourself down with control. Inhale up to an up dog or cobra, and exhale to push yourself back to downward facing dog. Again, creating a triangular shape with your body and your mat as you send the hips and tailbone up a little bit higher, while equally engaging your core to protect the low back. Inhale to lift the left foot up towards the sky now. Look forward, step the foot in between your hands, lowering down onto the right knee. Inhale to sweep the fingertips up overhead and sink a little lower into your hips. Think about peeling your stomach up off of the front thigh as you tuck the pelvis under and stretch a little bit more through the front of your hip flexor. Lower your hands down, straighten the front leg, half splits. Flexing your toes up towards the sky, squaring the hips to the top of your mat. You may need to shift the left hip back this time, right hip forward. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold. Looking forward now, back to the runner's lunge. Inhale, sweep the fingertips up towards the sky, tuck the back toes under, up into your crescent lunge now. Engaging in both feet, now opening up into Warrior 2. Finding your alignment, gaze comes over the front fingertips, extending through both fingertips. Now your side angle, resting the front forearm on your front thigh and extending the top fingertips up overhead to create one big arch from the fingertips all the way down to the outer edge of your back foot. Inhale back to Warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, bump your hips back. Trikonasana, triangle posture. Everything is stacked, rolling the bottom hip under the top hip. Fingers create one straight line from the top all the way down to the bottom. Inhale, bring yourself back up into Warrior 2. Exhale, windmill your hands down. Moving into our twist now, rooting right hand into your mat. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Lowering your hand back down, now step back into a plank. Engage your core, really press the mat away from you. Moving into our side plank on the opposite side now, rooting left hand into your mat, reaching the right fingertips up towards the sky. Feet can be stacked, or the top foot can rest in front of the bottom foot, or you can always lower down onto the bottom knee for a modified side plank. We engage the side oblique muscles and continue to breathe. Lower that top hand down now, back to your plank. Inhale here. Exhale to lower with control. Inhale up to your up dog or cobra, and exhale to push back into your downward facing dog. Finding that triangular shape again with the body and your mat. Inhale, reach the right foot up towards the sky. Step forward. Pivot on the back foot so it's at a 45-degree angle. Come up into your Warrior 1 position. Hips are squared to the top of the mat as you extend the fingertips up towards the sky, while at the same time lowering the shoulders down away from your ears. Straighten the front leg. Fold over top of your front leg now. You can rest your hands on blocks or books if that helps. And you want to think about hinging from the hips for your pyramid posture. Inhale to look up, reach up towards the sky, back into your Warrior One position, opening up into Warrior Two now. Gaze comes over top of your front fingertips. Turn the front toes in now. Clasp the hands behind your back, opening up through the chest. And exhale, hinge from the hips to fold down. Wide leg forward fold. Think about pressing the palms of your hands together and trying to move your fists over top of your head as the head lowers even more. Again, the fold is coming from your hips. The weight moves into the balls of your feet. Head hangs heavy as you release the neck, absorbing all the benefits of an inversion. Inhale, come back up. Release your hands. Warrior Two on the opposite side now. Looking towards the back of your mat. Coming into Warrior One now. Hips are squared towards the back of your mat. The back foot is at a 45-degree angle. Hands are reaching up towards the sky, bending into the front knee. Straighten your front leg. Hinge from the hips to fold down. Folding over top of the front leg for your pyramid posture. Inhale, look back up, reach up towards the sky, bend into the front leg again, Warrior One. Place your hands back down onto your mat, runner's lunge. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale to reach the left toes up towards the sky now, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower. Look to the top of your mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing into the down dog again, creating that triad with your body and the mat. Inhale, look forward. Plank. Exhale to lower yourself down with control all the way down onto your stomach. Rolling over now onto your back. Bend your knees, soles of your feet are on your mat. And you can just brush the backs of your heels lightly with your fingertips. Raise your hips up now. Baby bridge. If you'd like, you can roll your shoulders underneath your body and clasp your hands underneath you. You want to think about sending the heart towards your chin. You're pressing down into your mat with all four corners of your feet. Inhale, lift the right toes up towards the sky. The hips do not drop. As you cross the right ankle across the left thigh now. We're still in our bridge posture, but we're creating a figure four or a triangle with the legs. Inhale, reach the toes back up towards the sky. Lower down so that the knees are in line. Hold and breathe. And then lower your foot down to the mat with control. Taking a moment in your bridge posture, inhale, reach the left toes up towards the sky now. Hips don't drop, keep them up. And then cross the left ankle across the right knee now, creating that figure four or triangle with the legs as you remain in your bridge posture. Lift the toes back up towards the sky and lower the left leg down so that the knees are in line. Hips do not drop at all. Keeping your bridge posture. Lower the left foot down towards your mat now. And slowly make your way down onto your back. Give yourself a hug. Bring those knees in towards your chest. Maybe you rock side to side or create little circles on the back, whatever feels good to you. Now open your arms up into either a T shape or cactus arms. And send the knees over to the right. If you'd like, you can look over the left arm in our twist now to detoxify the body. Inhale, knees back to center, and exhale them over to the other side, looking across the opposite shoulder now. Inhale back to center, give yourself a hug, squeeze everything in, forehead towards your knees, and exhale, release down into Shavasana, your final resting posture, where all your limbs are heavy, everything is relaxed, the breath moves through you like a wave, the heart beats rhythmically inside of you, you're completely settled and calm in this space, in this time. Remembering the 3 harmonious relationships for well-being that the Balinese practice. Humans with humans, humans with the environment, and humans with their spiritual life guide. Be kind to one another. In the words of Dalai Lama, if you can, help others. If you cannot do that, at least do not hurt them. Be kind to our environment. We only have one planet Earth, which gives us life and joy. And you may or may not believe in God, but at least listen to the guide within you and around you, which brings you to a state of joy and inspiration. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. This was a very special practice that I'm so happy that I got to share with you. Please subscribe if you like my channel, share with your friends, and hit the like button if you liked this yoga sequence. Have a great day. Namaste.